Hey, a lot of people underestimate, or as I think it was Dick Cheney that said, misunderestimate me. That's not even a fucking word. In the words of Robin Williams. But
Yeah.
no, I like doing that impression for you. Do you like it?
Oh gosh.
I think everybody, the audience likes it. I'll do it for the audience right now on the podcast. Okay. Okay. Ready? This is what I normally send Ryan when he's not answering me in the group chat. It's also an impression of Goku. Pizza, I can't allow you to destroy the earth. Ah! Like that?
It cringes me every time.
Why does it cringe you out? Come on, it's like the best
Oh,
impression in the world. It's like, come on, everybody likes when anime characters go. Welcome everybody back to Not Rich Just Bored, episode number 45. We're making a nice clean number for your return.
oh yeah.
I I had two guests in a row. That's like a
Yeah,
record.
that's wild.
That's like a record.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah. And then counting Justin as the OG kind of guest, which
Yeah.
at the beginning, I explained it to people, like I wasn't sure if Justin was going to be a guest or if he's going to be kind of a guy in the podcast forever or what. So, but he did a couple, and then he didn't really have time to do it after that. So
Yeah.
I count him as a
Yeah, it's
guest,
yeah, at this point, yeah, I'd be
and
proud to
and,
come in
it,
as
and,
guest.
it, and he's welcome anytime because I love him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he
But
was.
maybe going forward it could change too, right?
Yeah, you never know.
Mm-hmm.
Out with the Ryan, in with the Justin. Was be like, this
Yeah.
Ryan guy can't even show up every week. He's fired. I'm gonna pull a Vince McMahon and just like knock on your door in the locker room, and then I'm like, "What are you doing? You you want to get fucking fired? I'll I'll molest you." but, but yeah, it was Justin, and then I think Kyle was the next one after that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking
Yep.
here. Yeah, I think it was Kyle. Yeah, because I don't think there's anybody in between there.
No.
Yeah, Kyle was the first like guest that's not wasn't a regular, and then yeah, Figure Babes, and then Dano came on last week. Yeah, it was an awesome conversation with Dano, and I don't know if you saw it, but I forgot to message him. But if you noticed, he messaged in our Discord there. There's that.
Yeah.
It says confrontation, but it's actually supposed to
Yeah.
say confrontation. He just mislabeled
Oh.
it. But it's actually there was an indie. I don't know if you watch podcast, but it was actually an indie game that a buddy of his was developing, and that's actually the first boss music.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
yeah, and he made it. So I was like, I want to hear this. So he sent it to me there. I forgot to message him and be
Nice.
like, "Fuck, it's a banger." But he's no longer involved with that project because he just doesn't have time, and it's kind of funny
Uh
because it kind of hit close to home for me because he explained how the reason he stepped aside from that project was that like they weren't getting paid, right? So he's like, I kind of had to do what I had to do for me, and unfortunately that's kind of how it works, right? Like unfortunately you need to make money to survive. So if you're, if it's just a passion project, that's great, but ultimately you have to make money to move along in the world. So
yeah.
so
No, it's the truth. Like, man, like I don't know what it's like in the States, but like especially I don't know, in my opinion, Canada, like I feel like I'm making pretty decent money, but at the same time too, like based on $1 an hour amount. But like I still feel like I'm struggling.
100%. It's
Like
and
it's just
like the good, that's like you said,
crushing.
you have a good job. I'm
Yeah.
we don't need to talk about what you make on here, but it's
Yeah.
it's it's a good amount. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not fucking McDonald's. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh
Exactly. And it's just like, man, it just, yeah, Sunday, like today, I was just thinking about it. Kind of, it's just funny. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, money doesn't bring happiness. Maybe, maybe, but it sure doesn't. Money sure helps with a lot of stress related stuff. Money, money. If I had a shit ton of money, then it's funny because the people that say that typically have money. And then what is the one thing they don't worry about? Bills.
yeah.
You know what I mean? They just they get to just live their life and not stress about things that involve money.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure there's other issues that can definitely come up and stuff, but like fuck me. Like if I didn't have to worry about the bills that I have to, that everyone has to pay, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's a game changer. That's a lot of money nowadays.
Oh,
Especially
fucking
in
rights.
like the one thing like, we're getting closer to that every year I start hating it more is winter. We're coming up to that season, and
Yo.
it just like the last quarter of the year is always the most stressful for me because there's multiple reasons, and part of it is, hey, my financial stuff that's been stressing me out through the most of my year is going to double because there's gifts a person has to get if they follow, Christmas, or there's your power and gas bill go up because of the temperature change, and then your fuel for your vehicles also go up because you're idling it more, and it's just like, oh, more money.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Winter's the fucking worst.
Yeah.
It's always the worst. Hey, when it comes to like, I think it's February, January normally, where you get like that massive bill on your power, and it's like,
Oh
it's like,
gosh, yeah.
like last year I almost fucking fainted, and it was like almost $500. I think $400.
Yeah, dude, like, and they say, like, I was talking to family about that, and my dad figures it's actually going to be even worse this year.
I fucking hope not, because that's out of control.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see when it comes to January. Oh my gosh.
yeah, I'm legitimately scared. Like, I fucking hate that because it is true that a lot of people are struggling. A lot of people are living like paycheck to paycheck. And I'm not much better.
Yeah.
I'm not much better than paycheck to paycheck. You know,
Yeah.
you might
Yeah.
save
I agree.
50, $100 on a paycheck if you're lucky. You know, and
Yeah.
it's just like it's absolutely insane. And so you're used to your bills being a certain way, and all of a sudden when you have a double bill, you're like,
Mm-hmm.
what the fuck? Like, I'm not even joking, because I know a lot of people say, they're like, well, it's because of the regulation, and you pay a set amount, and then if you over or underpay, they equal it out in the beginning of the year or beginning of the quarter. Which I get that, I understand how that works, but I'm still surprised because I've never had that happen to me. I've never had it like in
Yeah.
January. Yeah, it gets higher because you use more, but I've
Yeah.
had it be $50 higher. I've had that. That happens. Okay, whatever. Like, my
Mm-hmm.
heating bill goes from 50 about to 120 for this trailer, and
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty crazy, but it's not terrible. It's usually like a $50 increase. But when my energy bill doubled last year, I legitimately thought I forgot to pay my bill. I looked back at my
Yeah.
bank statements. I'm like, yeah, I paid it. What the hell? Because if you don't pay it, they'll just add it to the next bill. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
like,
Well, that's
I had a heart attack.
yeah, man. Like for me, like my gas bill in the summer is like maybe $70, and then
Yeah,
but like yeah, like last year I was averaging around like fuck man, like sometimes $300 a month.
$300 a month in the winter.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, gas.
Holy
Just
shit!
gas.
Yeah, that's heating.
Dude,
Hey,
my yeah, heating and like power man. Like I remember like when I first got my place, um my gas was a high of like $130, and my power was like the highest I've ever seen my power with the same people in it. And there's no difference on how we use our power or anything. My power bill was like 100 I would say a high would be $180.
Ugh.
My power, just my power alone, I average about 300. And then sometimes it can get like the 1 month there, it almost went up to almost $500 just for power. So I would have like $500 power bill and then a $300 gas bill.
Oh my god, it's fucking nuts.
Yeah, like yeah, frustrating.
And
It's
and it,
like
it also doesn't help right now that gas here has shot up to like $1.80 again.
yeah,
$1.70? Is it 70 or 80? I think it's 79.
dollar is a dollar. I think it's $1.69 still.
It's 69. Okay, still
Yeah, I
20
think.
20 cent raise in a week. Like, holy fuck,
You
guys.
know. Yeah,
Keep in mind,
yeah,
Americans, this is
yeah,
not gallons. Okay, so don't freak
yeah.
out.
We're
It's liters. That's a dollar
yeah,
70 Canadian a liter. I know
yeah. I
you
don't know.
I know you guys have T-Rex shit or whatever it's called. Gallons.
Yeah, gallons. Yeah. the I know like so there was talk about like California possibly going up back up to $10 a gallon.
Holy fuck.
Liters to gallons.
I think
Um,
is it 4 liters? It's 4 liters in a gallon, I think.
3.7.
Yeah. Or
So
yeah, sorry. Did I say yeah, is it 4 liters, right? Yeah.
it's funny because there's gallons and like there's US gallons and then I think like
Yeah.
UK gallons or something like that.
Yeah. And then the Aussies call them galleys. No, I'm just kidding.
Let's see here.
But the Aussies call everything fucking stupid names, so
Like
they do.
are we leaders in the like based on UK or are we based on leaders in the US?
I don't even fucking know, to be honest.
That's right. Is see 60.
Uh,
I'm just taking a look here just to see what fuck I probably don't have the right format.
a
I
Canadian,
was just trying to see what the difference is.
yeah, a Canadian gallon is 4.5 liters. A U.S. gallon is 3.8 liters. Jesus fucking Christ.
So 3.5. Jesus.
No, a
Or,
Canadian
or
gallon is 4.5 liters. But
oh, okay.
The US gallon is 3.8 liters. But just think about that, 3.8 liters. That's we'll round up to 4 to be even. That's $10 a gallon means, that's two,
That's
two,
five.
that's 250. That's close to 250, like $2.30 probably a liter.
Yeah.
Because if it was 4 liters for $10, it'd be
Yeah.
250 a liter. Which it's, whatever they said, it's 3.8, so it'd probably be like $2.30, which is that's fucking outrageous.
Yeah, yeah, what is that?
Like,
$7. Yeah. Oh, that's
yeah,
going based on $1.79.
there's so many people that I see right now that are talking about electric cars in the future, and there's this big talk up right now about how electric cars are not sustainable, and I'm starting to fucking agree with them. I'm like, after looking into it, I mean, I always agreed with them. I agree there's never going to be no emissions unless we figure
Yeah.
something else out. But like,
It's it's so weird because like like the oil field, hey, they're trying to make us almost a zero emission thing, hey. Do you see that?
no, what happened?
There's apparently like a bunch of the oil companies are trying to get together and bring like I forget what it was. It like well, let's see if I can look it up. Oil field
They're trying to
is
get Lizzo to stop playing crystal flutes.
uh what is it? Zero.
Oh, also, while you're looking that up, I forgot to ask you, did you do the homework for today? Why
What is it?
why are you laughing?
I don't know
I
what
I
is the
I I,
homework again.
I assigned you the homework. You had before the podcast today. Your pre-show was to watch SpongeBob
Oh
SquareNuts.
fuck!
Come on.
Oh no.
it was
Yeah,
it's
here,
funny
here, here.
when I had Ashley and Kelsey on, I that's what I was talking about that. That's why it's in the Discord, and it's funny because they kind of recoiled a little bit because I think they were a little uncomfortable by it, but maybe not. But I just it's so funny because I'm so used to talking about outrageous shit with my friends, and like I mean they're my like they're
Yeah,
my
yeah.
friends, but like they still like they're not like that close of friends, so you never know how far you can push somebody, especially when they used to be a coworker. So I'm like, okay, I'm like, oh yeah, not everybody knows what SpongeBob SquareNuts is. Oh, I love it. But you found your article?
Which one? Zero met. There's supposed to be.
Oh wow, he's like, I got it, and he's like, no, I'm just kidding.
I thought I had it, but I guess not. I know I heard it over the radio, and
Also,
it's like, I think it's supposed to be like Synovus, Shell, and a bunch of other guys that are trying to do a net zero target for
yeah,
admissions.
well, it makes sense. Like I think that's what everybody wants. They all want to get towards net zero. It's not possible to get zero. It just isn't. But you know
Yeah,
what? Look back at when we were kids. Look at the cars that we drove. Like, well, even when we drove as teenagers and shit, like fucking the Grease Caprice. Like,
yep, yep.
look at the emissions on that cocksucker. That thing blew smoke. Now it's
Oh
like
yeah,
these modern vehicles, my Chrysler Pacifica, you can't even see the exhaust. There's like
yeah.
in the winter, obviously, it's just
The cold.
the heat exactly.
Yeah,
It, it's
he
it's the heat turning into like steam and condensation, all that shit. So yeah, you see the cloud there, but like during the summer and stuff, you don't see shit. But I remember like
Mhm.
my dad driving his old Sierra he had like 1970s, I believe it was. It's like fuck, you just gas it like, and there's fucking smoke going everywhere. Like cars and shit
Yeah.
have gotten a lot better for sure. They have,
Oh, immensely. Yeah.
but I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. It's weird.
Mhm.
But I don't think they'll ever get down to zero.
Yeah. No,
That's just my
I just no. I agree. There's a point where it's just like I feel like that's just too crazy.
yeah. Also, I noticed you got a phone call the other week. What?
Okay.
No, when I was near you, you got a phone call from your mom, but I noticed your ringtone was pretty sick.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
was my ringtone?
you don't remember what your own ringtone is, dude? You sent it to it. You
Yeah, you gotta elaborate. I don't know.
you
You gotta.
you you,
I have a short term memory.
you sent it to the song that I sent you. You're like, I'm already Tracer.
Holy fuck! Oh my god!
I'll be Bastion, Nerf Bastion. I want to be Widowmaker. It's so funny because I never played the original Overwatch, but I knew that song because it was memed to fucking hell. And then there was all
Yeah.
the cringy e-girls that were lip syncing to it, and it made everybody fucking cringe inside. And now, like when I found that compilation, because I was singing the song when I was playing Overwatch with Corey, and Corey's like, "The fuck are you talking about?" And I'm like, "Son, you even played Overwatch 1 and you don't know what I'm talking about?" So I sent him that compilation, and
Oh,
he's like, I literally couldn't get through it.
yes.
I don't know why you always send me those cringe videos. It's weird.
Oh my god.
Oh, what? Are you trying to say that I
Yeah.
do it?
So, so you've been playing it for what, a week now?
Which Overwatch?
Yeah.
Yeah, a few days. Yeah, like 4 days, I
Yeah.
think. Like I haven't been playing it every day because I've been a little bit
Mhm.
busy,
Oh,
but yeah,
yeah.
we've I think I've put 11 hours into it about so already
Okay.
with the
What
guys.
is what do you think? What's addicting? Like what makes you want to play it?
The girls' asses. Just kidding. The Rule 34 content, of course.
Of
Um,
course.
No, I, I never played the first Overwatch, so I like this one was free to play, so I'm like, I don't really have an excuse not to try it, so I'm like, I'll
Yeah,
fucking try it because Kyle Strebick was playing. He said he played it there, Stremlin, and then my
yeah.
brother played it before. I remember watching him a little bit. Getting frustrated. You guys will probably
I
hear
was
it
gonna say,
if you're
you,
listening.
yeah.
If you're listening to this podcast, he is literally playing Overwatch 2 right now. I know because
Oh,
I don't.
that's
I don't.
dangerous.
Well, I don't know if you heard me flinch earlier, but I heard a massive bang as soon as like you were talking. So I was like, no! It literally scared me. It was so fucking loud.
Your brother,
And I have
I,
I have
your
noise canceling headphones.
your brother, I think, shouldn't play PvP games. I don't think your brother should play competitive games. I don't think it's good for his heart and for his mental mind
It's bad for the mental
and
health.
for your and your house.
Yes. No, it's true. He's definitely a not a good person for competitive gaming for getting worked up. That's for sure. And
He could have
and
he could
I
have the greatest day in the world
oh yeah.
and just one death.
No, I know, and like that's what I'm saying. I like try to explain to them because I remember like as a kid like playing Halo, I used to get so fucking worked up when I was
Yeah.
a kid. I would get so fucking worked up when I'd die online, and of course, it was a toxic environment back then because people were
Mhm.
teabagging all the time and talking shit in the mic, so you get extra worked up, and you're a kid, right? So you have more of that snappy attitude. You got all your your balls are filling with semen. You know what I'm saying, buddy?
I'm just thinking your brother there, how how you just made the Dragon Ball Z reference there. Uh it's just like in the whole talk you bringing up the toxicity or whatever. And all I could think is your brother is just he's made this power. What the fuck is the one where he I'm going blank. The
The spirit bomb.
energy spirit bomb, yeah.
Yeah,
Your brother's the epitome of a spirit bomb, but he's just taken all the ugly rage
yeah.
in gaming and just put it into himself. He is the anger of a
oh,
thousand gamers.
oh, for real. He really is the fucking. Like I said, it's fun to play with him, but like he's just like he does get fucking worked up way too easily. And I always
Yeah.
tell him, I'm like, don't get so. I'm like, because that's what I realized back in the day when I was getting mad at Call of Duty and Gears of War and all that shit that I was playing competitively. I would be just like, as soon as I get angry, you shit the bed. You fuck up so much
Oh,
more.
I
And
couldn't agree more.
and also it's one of the things that I always told people. I used to have one guy I played Gears of War with competitively. He's part of my squad that I played with, and and I remember the one game he's getting fucking worked up. He's just fucking screaming over the mic. And I remember I just gave him shit the one time. And I'm just like, look, you fucking guy. I'm like, you keep complaining about getting killed in the right corridor. Don't go to the fucking right corridor. And
Yeah.
that's what I tell people, and that happens. I know with Kyle a lot too. Is like he'll die and then he'll go to the exact same spot that he died, and he'll die again. It's like go. You gotta figure out another way. You gotta go. You gotta find vantage points and opportunities. That's what
Mhm.
when those competitive games. It's called a kill feed. Like when people start going to the same area, it's predictable. So you gotta stop doing that. And you gotta find another way around. You gotta find another route. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll watch him and he'll just die, and then he'll go to the same spot he died and die again. It's like, well, you can't get fucking mad because there's a sniper there. You,
Mhm.
just
The
drives me nuts. I'm like, fuck, guys.
w- has your brother always been like that when it came to competitive gaming or just like losing at a game?
Oh, always,
Yeah.
always. He's always. Oh, it's always been a thing.
Oh, okay. I was
Like
just wondering if there was a point where he just like,
it's always been that way. That's why we have that famous story where we were all playing System Link at Dylan's place, and
hmm
fucking uh, our buddy Chris at the time there
okay,
fucking killed
yeah,
killed him and killed him and teabagged him, and he's like he's like it is little voice that he gets into. He's like oh, he's like, Chris, you want to go? And he's and then he's like,
I
he's like,
just heard him in the background.
yeah, there he is. He's like, anytime, Garnham. And he's like, no, I mean in real life.
Holy fuck.
I love that story so much because it's just
Oh my
like,
god. Yeah.
and
That's like this famous one.
oh, that like, yeah, and that drove my like, uh, my ex girlfriend there, Tanisha,
Yeah.
like fucking drove her nuts when she was in the trailer and he was gaming because he's so fucking loud and he gets so
Yeah.
worked up and I'm like, dude,
It,
you
it,
gotta calm down, like just fucking take
A
a break.
hundred percent. 100%. Like, like we hanged out over the weekend and we went and grabbed, or was it the weekend? I think so. And we went and grabbed snacks, right? And then you're like trying to pry him off the game. Like he was already having a rough time as it was. And it's just like he was getting mad at like us trying to pry him from the game, but it's like, bro, it's like maybe if you don't want snacks, just like tag along with us just so you can have a break. Just give yourself a mental break and just
Yeah.
use that break to just like take a deep breath, relax, and then you're not going against the same team or anything, but just self evaluate yourself when playing that game. And sometimes that's all you need, just to
Oh, it
take that
is.
break.
And
You know what I
that
mean? But
and
your brother, he'll just kind of go down, go down further into that rabbit hole and just get angry and angrier.
oh yeah, no, he'll just lose it and like and you know as well as I do, you've seen it that it's like every game has hackers in it.
Oh,
It's
I
like
know.
no, it's like that was like even we were playing Overwatch 2 and which I clipped Charlie's stream there critical.
Yeah,
He actually
yeah,
came across a cheater,
yeah.
but the cheater was in ranked. So there are cheaters out there, but like me Neil actually. You know Neil.
Yep,
Neil
yep.
was playing Overwatch with us. It was me, Neil, Stremlin, and my brother. And
Mhm.
yeah, our first fucking match, we're all playing together. And of course, fucking 2 minutes into the game, he gets killed. And it's like, oh, that person's modded. It's like, what are you talking about? Like,
Yeah,
like,
I wish I understood like why he. Again, I think it's he can't accept losing, but
no,
the
it is a
the
total, and it's also overestimating your skill, and that's one thing that
yeah,
I've gotten better at. There are certain games that yeah maybe I got a little worked up about because
yeah.
I know I'm good at them to a degree,
Hmm.
but like a lot of games, especially when I'm a beginner, like I'm a beginner at Overwatch, so I'm gonna forgive myself. Like, fuck, I'm not gonna be a grandmaster right away. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like when it comes to gaming, there's a part of me that feels like I'm almost like the opposite of you, brother. Like I will blame myself for like I'll be angry at myself.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like I won't blame the game for me dying. I'm always harsh on myself. That's one thing I've always noticed. But like again, it's not like I don't fucking rage either because that's one of the reasons why I've slowed down on competitive shooters. Like even Tarkov. Like I put so many hours in Tarkov, but I haven't played Tarkov. Like I did like an offline game like 2 days ago or whatever when we last talked, and but like I haven't really truly sat down and played Tarkov for a few months now. Like it's just like a one or two sessions and then I'm off and trying to figure out what else to do because it's just like yeah, the competitive part of me like I'm not good. Like
yeah,
I don't feel like I've ever been really too good at competitive shooters to begin with, but it's
right.
just like it's the stress of it. Like it's just like I don't know. It's
Well, that actually brings me back to what you were saying earlier, which is like, what do you like about Overwatch? And Overwatch 2, that's the one thing I do like is that it's not, I mean, it's definitely a competitive game, especially if you get into the crazy, if you're in the Diamond League, if you're in the crazy ranked matches, of course it's going to get
Mhm.
crazy. But what I like is that it's like it's not all on you. It's not all on you about getting kills. You could play support, and I'm really
Yeah.
good at support. Like if you're
Yeah.
that's what I like about it the most is that it's a class based system. You're not just
Mhm.
it's not just run and gun. I mean it can be
Yeah.
if you're like Soldier 76, but like
Yeah.
if you're a tank, your job isn't I mean, obviously, if you're a good tank, you'll get kills too,
Mhm.
which is great. But like for the most part, like somebody like Reinhardt, your whole point is you're a shield. Your whole point is just your teammates are behind you, and you're a big fucking meat shield that takes all the damage for them. And if you do your job well, I mean that's all you gotta do. And as a support character, you don't even have to have like a crazy aim or anything like that, or be good at shooters. You just have to heal your
Yeah.
teammates.
Yeah. That's like Battlefield.
Yeah, I liked Battlefield a lot for the same reason. Like playing the
Mhm.
medic class was so fun.
Yeah.
Like running around
I've
poking people.
at the very yeah, right. It was the same for me too. My one of my biggest classes was the medic. Um the like I picked up 2042, I think it was. Yeah,
Wah,
yeah, I forgot
wah,
2042.
wah.
Yeah, at the starting sucks. But I'm hearing things are starting to turn around and I'm kind of considering on reinstalling it and seeing how it plays. Cuz like that is one game other than like how it started off, I like to hope that maybe it's gotten better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Cuz
like,
I know they rechanged up all the levels supposedly.
well, fuck. They needed to. That's for sure. Like
Yeah.
Battlefield was a fucking mess,
Yeah.
and I don't know for how big was that game when you installed it?
Um
Was it like Call of
actually
Duty? Like was it like 500 gigs?
no, 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 no. Call of Duty is just something wild.
I don't even
Um,
understand Call of Duty anymore. How in the fuck is your game 500 gigs?
it's like
Like
250 for Warzone, and then like the rest, it's like between story, multiplayer, and there's like a co-op mode in Call of Duty there,
right.
and then zombies.
Jesus
So you got
fucking
like four
Christ.
things, yeah, that just
Like
eat up so much.
that's crazy. That's absolutely fucking nuts. Like Overwatch, I don't even
Right?
remember, but I think it's only like 40 gigs or something. Like I don't even know. I
Yeah.
I'll look it up right now
Battlefield, by
because
the way,
yeah, how much?
Battlefield 2042's it says I'm just looking on my thing because I don't have it currently installed. It says space required 61.28 gigabytes.
Right.
But of
Fuck.
course there could be also, I don't know, that might be the basic stuff. There might be seasons that they might add on to that so that it could get up more.
Yeah, like Overwatch 2 is 22 and a half gigs. That's fuck all.
Yeah.
And it's not like it's not graphically impressive. Like again, I none of the maps are as big as fucking Warzone, but still it's
Uh,
like I can't believe that Call of Duty's gotten out of control. Like it's like half a terabyte.
yeah.
Like
It looks like
it's bad
it
when you
looks
got to
like I think
partition your game.
after everything is unlocked, like everything's like downloaded, I guess it looks like a minimum and recommended spec is required 100 gigabytes of storage. The actual size of 2042 is actually installation is 47 gigabytes.
47.
So
Okay, that's not
yeah,
bad.
47. So yeah, they just like give like 60 gigs of like space for like yeah, I guess add-ons and shit like that.
But still, that's like, that's half of 100 gigs. Like
Yeah.
even if every even if every possible play type in Call of Duty was under 100 or 100, it wouldn't be as big as what it is. Like I just don't understand how it's that big.
Yeah.
Cuz how big is it? Call of Duty was I thought you guys said it was like half a terabyte.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like half a terabyte because it's like 250s towards Warzone and 250s towards like yeah, your single play the rest of the other part of the game. Your multiplayer, single player, and co-op.
Fuck.
Yeah, man. It's fucking wild. Like like I think it if you're really big into Call of Duty and you're thinking about getting like an Xbox, don't get the Series S because you're fucked. Because you're gonna download that game play it and be like, I want to install another game and not be able to because, well, your hard drive is either halfway already filled up or already fully filled up because you only get 500 gigabytes with the NES
Yeah,
series.
you're
So
you probably
you're
won't be
ripping
able to send
yourself
it.
off.
You probably won't be able to get Call of Duty. Like the next Call of Duty, you won't be able to get on. That's you said Series X.
The Series S. The Series X comes with a terabyte. The Series S comes
Oh,
with a 500.
yeah, it's
Because Xbox made the two variants, right? They have the X series, which is like has all the cajones, and then the S is just like a piss poor half a console, I guess.
yeah, because one of them is all digital, right?
uh, nope. I think both. Oh, actually, you know what? I think there's like two versions you can get. I think.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I know that they have like I know like PlayStation has like two of the both consoles. But like all the consoles and again I understand why, but all consoles run into the issue of running the, you know, the program, the Xbox program or the Sony program, and that eats up a large chunk of their hard drive. So like example, like even with the 512 gigabytes of storage that the Series S has, I bet you it's like probably like 480 gigabytes of storage in the end that you truly have.
Oh
Just
fuck.
like the
Yeah.
PlayStation has a terabyte, but I think it's like 800 giga, gigabytes that you get.
Yeah,
You don't actually get.
like it's a terabyte, but 200 is system files and bullshit.
Yeah, yeah.
Which
And
again,
so
I
yeah,
don't know how fucking an install file is 200 gigs, but whatever.
you
For
know
like for
the
essentially an operating system.
especially when those consoles first came out. It was shitty. Like
Yeah.
Xbox Series X still sucks because they don't take it. From my understanding, they don't use an NVMe. They have like a different thing. So if you want like extra storage connected to it, you have to buy like their stupid little storage. It's like it almost reminds me of a memory card from back in the day of like N64 and shit or the PS2.
Right. Yeah. I
Um,
think I've seen those before.
yeah, and I think uh it, I think it's terabyte you get. I'm not too sure. Let's check and look
Oh
here.
man.
Best Buy. Let's see,
So
Xbox.
the question remains: are you going to join my Overwatch squad?
No,
Um,
I don't know why. I know, like
you're gonna
again,
come
I
in and
haven't.
you're gonna be like, "I'm already Tracer."
Oh my god! No, the I don't know why. It just uh, Overwatch never appealed to me. It's it's just something I don't know why.
Yeah, I never like cared much about it. Like I said, and then I tried it. I'm like, oh, it's good.
Mhm.
It's
Oh, here you go. By the way, so the Seagate 1 terabyte storage expansion card for the Xbox Series X. Okay, this is 1 terabyte, Cody. $269.
oh man,
You
for
can get a 2 terabyte version for $500.
Jesus Christ.
That's as much as the console, man. And you know the crazy thing is, an NVMe right now is $100. You can get a Western Digital Blue
Yeah,
NVMe for $100, and I think actually you can get 2 terabytes for almost like $200 now.
yeah. That's no, you for sure can.
Canadian, we're talking about too. Sorry,
Yeah,
guys, if
yeah,
you're American.
yeah. I would definitely be like, if you're gonna spend that fucking money on a console, you might as well just start building a PC.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Like
think
if there's any Americans there listening to that, they'd be like losing their shit because like, unfortunately, that's for us. Like as Canadians, our dollar is shit, so we have to pay an unfortunate a large amount of money for
yeah,
anything.
110 for an NVMe or $2 American.
Yeah, yeah. The You can get a Samsung 970 Evo Plus, a premium one, for $233. 2 terabyte. That's pretty good for an NVMe.
Yeah, but I use Linus Tech Tips, and they give me the offer code, and I
Ooh.
get a free 3090 Ti. You're like, what? What?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hey, the 4090 came out today, buddy.
Oh, it did. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
that thing's fucking
Fucking
big.
that blew my mind. I sent the pictures, I think, on our group chat.
Yeah, you did.
I was watching people not like I would assume most people would kind of be understanding of computer stuff through us, but if you don't, 4090, it's a Nvidia graphics card. It just came out. It's priced at 1,600 American, so like an arm and a leg in Canada. Um, and fuck in the thing J2, I was watching a video from a YouTuber called J2 Cent. He's just tech guy like Linus and stuff. And he put it beside a PlayStation 5, and it was as tall as the PlayStation 5. Now, to confirm too, that's for the Rogue, Asus Rogue one. That's like it'd be like the equivalent to what Justin has, because Justin has the 3090 Rogue.
Yeah,
But like it fucking dwarfs it makes the 39 look like a dwarf.
you're talking about the Republic of Gamers, not.
E-
Or,
Asus Rogue, I think it is, isn't it?
is it called Rogue? I
ROG,
yeah,
Republic of Gamers. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
people I think call it for short
Yeah,
Rogue.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I was just making sure you were doing.
Oh,
Because I noticed
yeah.
the founders cards though. Those were fucking big. The 3090 Founders Edition.
Oh, yeah.
Like that thing, it looks sick though. It looks sleek, but
Oh, yeah.
yeah, they're
Yeah,
fucking
like oh,
huge.
man. Huge cars, man. It's
I'm like,
crazy.
how you gonna
Actually,
fit that in your fucking case?
well, I think there's only a few cases that can actually fit those cards in there.
I'm doing a micro ATX build, and my graphics card is daisy chained. Is just hanging out the front door.
Yeah.
You would
Seriously.
have to do that. You would have to have it installed externally somehow. Like
Mhm.
it would never fit in one of those. It's getting to the point where you need those open computers like Justin, the one he built, where it's all an open case.
Yeah.
Because you almost need that now because just you can't fit anything in it. So just have that and then have an air conditioner blowing on it. Fuck, you're good to go.
So the
Don't even
40
need a heatsink. You're good.
so I'm just on good old Memory Express here.
Oh, this guy's fucking
Uh
trying to cheat the system.
cheating the system here.
He's like, I
I
like
was
to
trying to
get
do PC part
deals.
I was trying to get the PC part picker, but it wasn't really popping it up. So
PC penis liquor. That's what I call those fucking guys. They're
um
telling me that the Ivy Bridge is the best processor.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I bet they
Yeah,
are.
they said second gen Intel is where it's at. Bring it back.
It's where it's at, bro. Yeah,
Yeah, they said
exactly.
they said the third gen was good, but go back to the 2700K. Fucking good, bro.
Okay, I'll
Yeah,
tell you the pricing right now. Um, the lowest
I'll be
card
Bastion.
oh god, the cheapest the cheapest card right now you could get for a 4090 is $2,200, 2219, and that's for a gigabyte Wind Force, and then it goes the Asus Tough, which that's a good card. The Tough
Yeah,
series is actually pretty good,
yeah, Tough is good.
so that's not too bad. Um, yeah, it goes 22, and then it goes 23. Yeah, this goes up by numbers. The most expensive one on the list is the Rogue.
Yeah.
Rogue Asus, which is $2,800.
Oh my god, 2,800 bucks.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. It's crazy, man. Like
It's but it's still better than COVID pricing like to be honest, which is
Oh,
good.
you're right. You're right. And you know what? That's the unfortunate part is that um
All those people
is
that got
Nvidia.
scammed on 3090s are pissed right now, I bet.
Yeah, but also uh the people that didn't get the cards are pissed off at those people that bought the cards because I guarantee you partially
Yeah.
these pricing is based on people were willing to fucking spend three to 4,000 Canadian dollars on a 4090 or this card and this card. So we must be able to, we should definitely be able to pull off these fucking numbers.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I think I speak for everybody when I think that PC is pretty much the way to go these days. And I feel like I switched to PC. I mean, we were just obviously shitting on the consoles because of storage space and shit like that. But like, I switched
Mhm.
to PC at that, you know, in the 20s. Like, I always had a PC, but it's been my main gaming thing since like, you know, since I got that 2070 pretty much.
Yeah.
And like it's I definitely don't regret it at all because PC is definitely where it's at for gaming. And again, if all you can afford is a system, I mean, yeah, sure, whatever. And Game Pass
Mhm.
is a good deal and all that. I get it for sure. It's good, but like I feel like consoles, yeah, they need to get their heads out of their asses because otherwise they're gonna be fucked. Because if you're having a
Yeah.
500 gigabyte Call of Duty game or something, and you got a little fucking terabyte hard drive and
Yeah.
that's it. Like you're fucked. What are you gonna
Yeah,
do?
man.
So and like to me, there's no benefit. There's no benefit to getting a console at all.
Yeah, and like they talk about the speeds, right? Like, Sony has like one of the fastest RAMs, I think it is, or memory. But it's just like it isn't that. That isn't a make or break. Like, I I don't know. They just to me like I don't know. Like what are you trying to prove with the high speed, the RAM? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the thing too is that those consoles when they first came out were awesome. They were actually really super powerful. They were really competitive towards PC gaming. But the reality of it is that it doesn't take long for PC to get ahead
Oh yeah.
because Sony and Microsoft, they'll stick with that console for the next 7 years.
Oh yeah. No, they were definitely impressive when they first came out, but yeah, give it a couple of years and they'll look like dinosaurs.
Hmm.
But I don't know. Sorry.
Are you planning?
I hope Kyle's not fucking polluting the audio too much.
Nope, nope. Well, he is. I don't know on your recording software, but through our little thing, I can't hear him.
Yeah. I don't know. I have noise suppression on my on the recording through Streamlabs, but it's like it's not as good as the Discord one. But
Yeah.
the volume bars don't seem to be going up too much. But yeah,
Okay.
just wanted to.
The what the heck was I going? Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you too. Were you planning on doing like I think you kind of mentioned it a little while ago. You were thinking about updating your CPU.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but then also now I'm thinking about if I just wanted to just save up for a DDR5 setup
Oh yeah.
and wait for that shit to calm down a little bit next year, and then just do like
Hmm.
a whole new build. Because if I'm
Yeah.
maxed out at the 57, whatever the
It would be
fuck,
50. Yeah, 5950. I think is 5950 is the flagship, but the 5900 would be where you'd want to be for gaming wise.
yeah, like yeah, that if you know, it's just probably better to just save up more money and get like a get a new rig on a DDR5. And by that time, I'm sure they'll have worked the bugs out of that. And but
Mhm.
I do think, and we were talking about this the other day, that it's like I think Ryzen's the way to go now. I think again that 40 series card's impressive, but Nvidia is so fucking expensive. And
Yeah.
I'll bet you, when's Ryzen doing their thing? Or
Uh, November.
yeah,
Not like probably we should start hearing stuff in the next, I would say 3 weeks or so.
yeah, and I'll bet you it'll be better or the same. But the biggest thing
Mhm.
is it'll probably be $200-300 cheaper.
Yeah. Well, like, yeah, I get. Oh, 100%, 100%.
Yeah, and that's that's
Yeah,
that's what I like. Uh, the word I throw around a lot with these companies is consumer friendly or anti consumer, and you know, Nvidia is definitely being anti consumer because
yeah,
they're not doing anything about botting. I mean, AMD's not either, to be honest. But like they weren't doing
yeah,
anything about botting their new cards at the time. They weren't doing shit about any of that stuff. They're scalping their own cards for fuck's sakes, and they're
yeah.
pricing them at ridiculous price points.
Oh, I know.
Like, and I know COVID didn't help, but it wasn't even just like COVID and resellers. It was also Nvidia fucking. They were literally selling their own cards. That they got caught scalping their own cards. It's like that's fucking dirty. And I think AMD is just the underdog, and they're gonna come through here.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping to do maybe a full Ryzen build AMD. That'd be
Mhm.
cool. But we'll see. You never know how the winds change. A year is like 60 years
Oh my
in
gosh,
in
yeah.
in,
Especially
in
nowadays.
technology. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, our buddy there, Corey, um, he's looking at building his next computer, eh? We've
Yeah.
been talking back and forth, and that's a big thing. Like I was talking to him, like he's on a budget, like everyone,
Yeah.
and he's limited to so much, and so we have a number for him on how much he wants to spend, and like I told him, I'm like he he has like a 7700 right now, I think, same as your bro. Um and he was looking at the 11 series, which is a nice medium, I think. Because I told him like you shouldn't go if you're wanting to dip into more editing and stuff, you want to stick at least with a minimum, sorry, of a 7 series Intel if you want to go that route.
Oh yeah.
If
No,
you go
of course.
like i9 would be the perfect for that kind of stuff, but like if you're also gaming,
Yeah.
that seven's kind of still where it's at. But like like it's again, I don't know how these let's say from the 11th gen going forward. Um, like I told them, I'm like building a computer in 2022 compared to when I built my computer in 2011, way different because there was no innovation in 2011. The 2600K, and I forget what they called it at the time. Um,
Sandy
that was
Bridge
the
probably.
most. Yes, thank you. Yeah, that was the most innovative CPU that Intel. It was like the breakthrough of CPUs at the time, and then like they didn't really do much till ninth gen. So like my 2700 or 2600K, it actually competed very well i7
Yeah.
against like even an i7 8700K for gaming because they just stuck with the whole 4 core 8 thread kind of mumbo jumbo. And so like I told Corey, I'm like, hey man, like I'll try to help you make a budget computer, but also something that hopefully can last you the next maybe 7 years. I don't know,
Well, that's
but
what you
like
want to do. You want to future proof
yeah,
yourself.
but we're again at a time now where and it's a great thing, but it's also a shitty thing. Is innovation is happening because AMD is now a competitor to Intel, so you
Yep.
have them jumping back and forth. So like, man, like again, I was lucky. I could build my computer in 2011, and it lasted me fucking right up to 2020 before I changed the CPU to the 9700, and like it didn't like it was a nice upgrade for sure, but like man, I can only imagine like
Oh yeah.
last year's
Yeah.
CPUs to like 5 years from now. Like,
Oh yeah. Five years from now, it's gonna be nuts.
bro, like let's say the 10 series. I'm a little bit too far, but like okay, here. So the 1300 series just came out for Intel.
Yep.
So okay, and my i7. in my 9700K, yeah, 9700K i7. It's a 8 core 8 thread CPU. My 2600 was right the 4 core 8 thread.
Yeah.
So the Raptor Lake i7 is a where the heck am I reading this? I think it's a I think it's 16 cores, 24 threads.
16 core, 24 thread.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, 16 core processor, 24 thread.
Well, fuck.
Like that's crazy, man.
Yeah, that's the Ryzen. You have the
That, that's the Intel. That's the Intel 13 700K.
you have an i7.
My CPU that I currently have right now is the it's an i7 9700K.
Right. Because Ryzen has the 16 core at 4.5 gigahertz. That's a
Yeah.
Ryzen 9 7950,
Yeah.
and it's 4.5 gigahertz. Like that's 16 cores, kind of where it's at. Like that's not too
Yeah,
bad.
right? But like that's crazy though. Like it just took like what, 2 generations of two, like, you know what I mean? Like I'm using just Intel cuz Intel's like Ryzen's easy also, but like I'm just as an example based on our old systems. You know what I mean? Like we had the 2000, 3000, 4000, 5000, 6, 7, and then right up to 9 where we had like it's a 8
Yeah.
where we had 4 core 8 thread. And then now all of a sudden, like after starting 9, all of a sudden it's just going up in thread and core count.
Oh yeah, like my Ivy bridge was the i7 3770K.
Yep.
That thing lasted for fucking ever. That thing was a beast for gaming and shit. And
Yeah.
it was only 4 core 8 thread
Yeah.
at 3.9, and it lasted me like 8 years. Like yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I
We
had that thing forever.
Yeah, we both had our computers for a long time, and again, it's because there was no innovation, so it it didn't really change much in scope wise. Like friggin' like to give you an idea, what's another good example? Uh, oh, here, let's use the 12 series. Okay, the 12 series, the i5, right? An i5 is a 10 core processor.
10, yeah. So what? 20 thread?
I think a 16 thread.
Oh really? That's kind of awkward, isn't it?
Yeah, it kind of is
Because
weird because usually, yeah, it's double.
usually the thread's double.
But yeah, like to think, like, yeah, 10 core, 16 thread for an i5.
Yeah, and i5's
Like,
like one of their, yeah, that's their mid grade shit.
yeah, like, yeah, it's actually considered, I think, even better for gaming nowadays compared to an i7. But i7's definitely, I think, that multitasking
Yeah,
helps with multitasking wise. Um, like technically, an i5, uh, or is it? What am I looking for? I think actually I was looking for an i3. Like technically, I think ours would be considered an i3 now. Like based on like core thread wise.
yeah, I think so actually. Mine's a Ryzen 7 or yeah, Ryzen 7 2700X.
Yeah. Yeah, which that one is 8 core 12 16 thread if I remember correctly.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, is it 12? Yeah. Yeah, quad core. So yeah, like an i3 is like what an i7 was like 8 years ago.
Oh fuck. So yeah, that's crazy. It's exciting. I'm excited about all this innovation. To be
Oh yeah, man.
and I look forward to building another computer in the future. If we ever get out of this economic recession and we start to be able to save money again.
Oh man, I know, man. I agree with you. Like I just like yeah, I've been wanting to do I've been wanting to do an upgrade for a while. Like I built this like we kind of built these systems to like kind of hold us off to get the next great thing. But then, of course, it just economy just is still and a guy can't reach out for it yet.
Yeah, but I don't know. Good things are coming though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure. Um, I was gonna close off the podcast with one last thing,
Mm-hmm.
and you might find it interesting.
Okay.
As you know, my sister recently got they bought an acreage,
Ah, yes.
and they actually got Starlink internet.
Oh,
The
interesting.
Elon Musk shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they actually got they got the Starlink set up today, and they're in the middle of fucking nowhere essentially,
Mm-hmm.
in a way, but they're getting 110 megabits per second where they are off Starlink.
Damn.
That's the way the Starlink thing works. It's like Wi-Fi speed. This is his phone to the Wi-Fi router, which is
Mm-hmm.
110 megabits per second and 97 megabits per second upload. And the Starlink speed, which is the router to the internet, is
Yeah.
157 megabits per second and
Oh
7
shit.
and 7.5 megabits per second upload. So
Huh.
lower upload on the Starlink, but I don't think the Starlink is uploading as much. So
Yeah.
it looks like your uplink speed or your upload speed is kind of bottlenecked more on the Starlink, but that's pretty impressive speeds for what would essentially
Oh
be
yeah.
a place that would be out of service.
Yep. No, that's really
In
good.
normal times. So I was actually kind of excited. Travis messaged me today and showed me those screen caps, and I'm like, "Fuck, you guys!"
Nice.
I'm like, "That's awesome. You guys should have told me because I'm like, I've been meaning to look into Starlink. Like, I'm just curious as to what people are getting on it because I know it's
Mm-hmm.
active. I know it's out there, but I don't know anyone
Yeah.
that's using it. But
Yeah.
there's still nothing compares. Oh my god, nothing compares. And this is a funny story. You guys are gonna kick out of this, but when my mom first moved into the city, and
Yeah.
she she wanted internet, of course, and she's getting
Yeah.
internet, and she fucking got like the MCS net guy, which for people who don't know, MCS net is it's not an internet provider for cities. I mean, it is. They'll do it, but it's meant for people who are remote, like Starlink.
Oh gosh.
It's more of an air card system, or the places where like Telus won't go, or Google Fiber, any of that kind of shit. It's kind of like for people who have no other choice. And I remember she got it, and she phoned them, and she's like, well, Cody, they're setting up the satellite right now. I'm like, what? They're setting up the satellite. I'm like, why would they set up a satellite for internet? Well, I don't know. She's like getting pissed off. I'm like, well, who did you go with? She's like, well, I went with MCS Net. We had them out in, where we lived
Yeah.
before the fucking
Yeah.
boonies. And I'm like, no, mom, no, no, no. So I went over there, and I'm like fucking
Point mission.
giving her shit. I'm like, and I'm like looking at the MCS Net guy, like, what are you doing? Like, what did you tell her?
Yeah.
Like, I know you're just here doing your job installing it, but why wouldn't you tell her, be like, you can just get local internet?
Oh, I know, man.
And they're installing satellite internet in a city. Like, oh my god,
Oh God.
my balls, like they were in my throat. I had to eat turkey for a week just to shit them back down to where they're meant to be. Like, it fucking cringed me out so bad. But again, she's not really great with that stuff. She's old. They're not great with the technology. But I'm like, holy fuck, no. You do not get MCS net or any of those rural fucking air card people when you're in the city. And they were offering her their fastest speed, which was like
Oh
50,
God.
50 megabits per second. I'm like, you can literally get 300 for half the price that they were going to charge you. And you
Oh
don't,
my God.
and the best part is you don't have to pay for the install because they just give you a router. They don't have to install a satellite on the side of your
Yeah.
house.
Oh my gosh.
The guy's like got his ladder set up halfway up, like, nope, 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 put it down, put your ladder away. I'm like, she doesn't want service. She's confused and old. Oh fuck, that made me laugh so much. But yeah,
That's awesome.
and then we got her on, Shaw now, which is the devil,
Yeah,
but still, it's better than fucking MCS now. Jesus Christ,
yeah.
that was scary. But yeah,
Here's one last thing that
yeah,
just kind
sure.
of popped up. That
Is,
Starfield
is it a
game.
dick?
The Starfield game
Oh,
there. The article says Starfield has over 250,000 lines of dialogue.
holy
Four
shit.
times four times more than Skyrim.
Yeah, but here's a question: is it all done by 5 fucking people?
Nothing better than the old fucking Skyrim or Oblivion
Well,
games where
both of them, Skyrim and Oblivion. Like
yeah,
Morrowind was all text, pretty much. There was NPC
yeah,
dialogue when they would kind of, walk by you, be like, "Speak quickly, Outlander," stuff like that. But
yeah.
like, it was all text. Oblivion, yeah, there's fucking 4 voice actors that voiced the whole game, and then, but like Oblivion kind of even got a pass because it was like they kind of made it work in a weird way, and it was kind of like iconic voices, so a lot of people kind of
Yeah.
forgave it. But then Skyrim, it was like literally again the same 4 fucking people doing every character, but it was weird because they didn't have like different inflections at all. Like the fucking dark elves sounded exactly like the Nords and shit. Like it was weird. Okay,
The
okay, that's a. I just want to say that's a stretch. The Dark Elves did not sound exactly like the Nords, but they did sound to me anyway. The Dark Elves didn't sound unique like they did in Morrowind, but
the I was just thinking there with the old games there where the character would start speaking one and then in the middle of the dialogue their voice changes to a different voice actor.
yeah,
Yeah. Looking at the comment section, this one guy goes, 250,000 lines of dialogue? That's nothing. You should hear my wife on a single glass of wine.
what did Mark Norman write that one? Yeah.
Oh man.
That's fucking awesome. Yeah, I don't know what to think, man. I talked about it on here probably 10 episodes ago now when they revealed all that footage for Starfield. I'm not excited for it. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. Like
Yeah.
that gameplay footage looked fucking boring. It looked
Yeah.
boring. It looked like Fallout, but if Fallout shit their pants and you had to walk around with shit in your pants all day playing Fallout. That's what it looked like. It looked like Borderlands, like the original Borderlands almost. Like it just I don't know. It did not look engaging or fun.
Hmm.
And I don't know. I honestly, man, I have a good I have a bad feeling, but I have a good feeling that I'm right. That Starfield is gonna fucking shit the bed and flop. And I'm not saying it'll be like that forever. It'll probably pull a Cyberpunk or whatever. It'll probably turn
Yeah.
around in a year or something. But even
Yeah.
then, I don't think it's gonna go down as some great game or anything. I think they have a cool idea,
Yeah.
they have a cool concept, but the problem, and Skyrim's guilty of this too. The problem with Bethesda is that they don't know how to make gameplay engaging. They just don't. Not anymore.
Yeah. No.
Not with the shit they got going on these days. Like, it's just like I don't know. Swinging your sword is not enough anymore. You know what I mean? Shooting your gun
Yeah.
is not enough anymore. You gotta have like different stuff. You gotta be able to like take people hostage. Have special abilities. Hit people with your gun. Attach a blade to your gun. It's just like they're not. I don't know. It's like when you play Skyrim, it just feels like a slight upgrade of Oblivion. Like
Oh yeah.
the engine, but it's just swing your sword. Like
Hmm.
and there were some I'm trying to think if there was special abilities in Skyrim now, but I don't think there really was. There was like a charge attack with your two-handed stuff once you got certain
I
skill level, but like it doesn't matter.
I think Starfield will be. I guess technically, Starfield's also single player. I think. I don't think there's any co-op, from my understanding. I don't know exactly on that. I don't think they've mentioned anything, but
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like I play Star Citizen here and there. It's been a while since I played that game too. But I feel like this is going to be, in my mind, after playing Star Citizen, um, I feel like Starfield is going to be more. Uh,
More user-friendly version of that game.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And again, I'm not saying that. I think the building of the spacecraft and stuff in Starfield looks cool. And it's an intriguing idea, but
Mhm.
when I fly down to a planet and I'm meeting the residents of the planet and stuff, like they showed the gameplay with the guns and stuff. It just doesn't look good. And
Yeah,
that's gonna be a big chunk of your gameplay is doing missions on planets.
yep.
And I already called them out because they talked about what was it like 10,000 unique planets or something. I already called that
I think
bullshit.
so.
I'm already calling
Yeah,
bullshit on that because there's no way you can make those engaging. If it's like 10,000 engaging planets, there's no fucking way. It's all
yeah.
AI. It's all scripts written by AI. It's gonna be just a fucking thank you. Moving on. No, but seriously, it's just gonna be fucking. It's gonna be just a RNG. It's gonna be a random number generator that determines, if it's an ice planet, if it's a fucking summer planet, and then next after that will be RNG on whatever enemies are there, and then there'll be a bunch of random quests, and it'll be fucking fetch quests and shit. I guarantee it. There's not gonna be there
Yeah.
because you can't. There's no way you can't do 10,000 flushed out storylines.
You know, one game that was really bad for a really repetitive gameplay was Assassin's Creed.
Oh yeah, especially the
Oh yeah,
first and second. Yeah, first second one. Yeah, they
it
were.
was the
Yeah,
first, second one.
yeah, they were
Those were yeah.
fucking.
The first two were notorious. It was just like
Yeah,
fully copy and paste.
the second one though plays so much better than the first one. Like
Yeah,
the first one's hard to go back to. I remember I tried
yeah,
like 5 years ago. I tried to go back to the first one and play it. It's rough compared to the second one. Like the first one was really good for its time because it was so
hmm,
innovative and unique. But
yeah,
like nowadays, it's like Assassin's Creed 2 perfected the controls that were really
yeah.
clunky in the first one. But again, yeah, all the quests and shit are very repetitive and stupid.
Mhm.
The one thing I will say I did like about Assassin's Creed the original was I liked the side quest of killing the 100 Templars. It was
Oh,
just
nice. Yep.
it was a side quest and it was so unique because there was random Templar soldiers and you would know them from their red Templar armor, and they would be in random places throughout the map and the cities, and you just see them, and you'd have to figure out a way to assassinate them. Because unlike normal players in that game, or CPUs, I guess, like NPCs, uh, you couldn't just like stab the Templar or kill them with a sword. They were too powerful for you. You had to assassinate them. You had to get them from a vantage point or from behind. So, and it was they were always strategically placed so that it was very hard to do it. So
Yeah.
that was a fun part of that game, and from what I from what I've seen, they're not really they haven't returned to that anymore. Had any cool side quests like that? So, but I don't know.
Hmm.
I haven't played Assassin's Creed since the Ezio trilogy,
Fair.
and I don't think half the world has played it since then. You want to talk about shitty gaming companies? Ubisoft is fucking number one.
Oh man, it's so frustrating because they made some of the great games that we really enjoyed as a kid. You know, like Splinter Cell,
Oh, I know.
and
It
they're
makes me
talking
sad
of
every
making
day.
that. It's like, and they're bringing that back, that series. But I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, what is it going to be? Fucking microtransactions? Like
Yeah,
I
fuck.
guarantee there's going to be a fucking bullshit multiplayer, and it's going to be fucking skins and a battle pass.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's
that sounds right.
I fucking hate that, man. I hate that so much. And I went on a fucking rant with Stravik. We were talking because we were playing Overwatch, and
Hmm.
I went on a fucking rant because I said how much I hate battle passes, and Overwatch 2 is free to play, of course, but guess what? There's a battle pass system and skins, and like I just don't understand how they can sleep at night knowing that they're charging $20 for a skin in a game. Like,
Rough.
get fucking real. 20
Hmm.
bucks for a skin. And that's one skin. And you know what's shitty about it? Is that that skin will be outdated in a week. There'll be new fucking skins coming out that people don't give a fuck about that old skin. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Eh, and but the shitty thing is, and I was telling Kyle, like, it's not gonna change though, because they make too much money.
Yeah.
They make so much fucking money off that. Like, God, I want to go back in time and stop Fortnite. I'm like, it's for the better good. And then Epic Games will come up to me and be like, "You're one of those heroes, aren't you?" And I'll just turn my head dramatically and go, "Not anymore."
Okay, Jesus.
As I pull the plug on our servers, I'm saving a generation of gamers.
Oh, that's good. That's
that'd,
golden.
that'd be hilarious. But seriously, like Fortnite opened Pandora's box in gaming. They mastered that free to play with Battle Pass, and unfortunately now that's everything. Warzone. Uh, I wouldn't be surprised if the next fucking uh, Battlefield is going to be fucking free to play with microtransactions and
Oh yeah.
Ubisoft again. Like I said, they have something cooking up. I can't remember what it was right now. I'd have to look it up. But they were saying something about they have something big coming out and something huge, and I'm like, yeah, okay, Ubisoft, chill the fuck out,
Yeah.
because like
The
you guys have shit the fucking money bed.
EA apparently wants Sony to buy them out, eh?
Yeah, I heard about that. That'd be interesting because then like PlayStation would have something. But
Yep.
I go back to my old argument on this too. I don't think this is necessarily a good thing for us to have these juggernauts, these fucking monopolies. I
Yeah.
I think I like the fact that there's competition, but eventually it's just gonna get to too bloated. Like Microsoft's bloated already. You know,
Oh, I know.
they have Activision Blizzard and that other fucking thing, and obviously they have their Microsoft IPs, and then Sony's gonna have EA and all these other shit boxes, and then it's just gonna get to the point where there's gonna be two juggernauts that own everything, and then there'll be
Yeah.
Nintendo being like, "Buy buy the Super Switch.
Yeah. Yeah.
We won't have any
We're
of our classic games that you want to play on it, but
we
we're gonna
make
sell
games
it."
that we're gonna make consoles that are about 5 years older than they should be, but we're gonna pay we're gonna take $100 off. Here's the Super Nintendo Wii Switch. It does 1440p gaming and it can't do 4K. Meanwhile, we're in 16K gaming.
Yeah, but it's 1920 by 1080 portable mode. Come on.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's yeah, I'll probably end it there. I just want to dunk on the battle pass thing at the end there because I fucking hate battle passes and I hate Ubisoft. So uh, who knows? Maybe they can pull it out of their ass. I doubt it, but we'll see. I've been proven wrong before. You, you, you're the one that saved us from Fortnite, aren't you? Not anymore.
Okay.
You don't like that?
Are
Look,
you gonna go back in time and scream at yourself?
look, kid.
Don't play it. Don't play it. It's a trap.
Look, kid, I'm gonna save you over $200 in skins. Your parents will thank me later. But yeah. All right. Well, do you have anything else you had on your
That
docket or anything?
no, that I think that kind of covered it all.
Cool. Well, thank you guys for listening, and remember to follow the podcast on all social media. Links are in the description. You'll probably notice I have switched my Twitch. I don't know if you noticed, Ryan, but I switched my Twitch
I did.
over. My Twitch is now. I just branded my Twitch with "Not Rich Just Bored"
Nice.
branding because I'm like I wanted to do I wanted to do a Twitch channel for the channel for the
Mhm.
for the podcast and all that, and I'm like, well, fuck, why don't I just use mine? Because I'm like, there's no
Yeah.
sense in having two different ones. I might as well just do it all in the one. So it's all branded over, so you'll notice that the Twitch channel is now Not Rich Just Bored instead of the Code Manliness, and yeah, so that's the only thing that's really changed for that. But the link will be different. I've changed the link in the description, so you know I got your back. And this is Ryan saying goodbye because he wants to play. He wants to play Genji.
Oh my god. No.
I already chose Genji.
Oh!
I already chose McCready. Oh, by the way, just so you're not a bigot, McCready's in Overwatch 2. His name's not McCready. His name's Cassidy.
Oh,
Do you know why?
why is that?
because because McCready was named after the McCready guy from that worked at Blizzard, and he was one of the molesters, I guess. Yeah,
Ooh.
he was one of the guys.
I thought that's a whole different fucking pitch than I thought it was gonna be. I think you're gonna mention like McCready from fucking like. Oh, I guess it was McCready. McCready? No, it might be
Yeah,
McCready.
it's
From
it's like I say McCready for the thing. That's what you're talking
yeah,
about. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
it's
I thought
spelled
that's what you're gonna say, but
it's spelled McReady too. Like it's the same fucking name. But like
yeah.
no, it was one of the guys that was like harassing his employer, sexually assaulting them. I guess they said. I can't remember what the allegations were. But that character in Overwatch was named after him, McCready. So
Oof.
they actually renamed him to Cassidy.
Oh, okay.
So that's funny. Fun fact. Close out the podcast. Remember, guys. We'll see you next week. Follow social media. We'll see you next week. Peace out.
Peace out, boys.
I'll be Tracer.